Alright, today we're going to be making the Ice Pikmin with Polymer clay. Finally, after 10 excruciating years of basically radio silence, the thirst of the Pikmin fandom has finally been quenched.
Your fantasies can't ever be quenched!
Oh, but those fantasies were quenched. They were quenched indeed. Anyway, let's get on with the creation. So I naively thought this would be a simple creation, but it turned out to be pretty tricky. The reason being that the Ice Pikmin has really flat, jagged edges, which is pretty counterintuitive with polymer clay, especially because the more you handle it, the more it naturally just gets more round and smoothed out. At first I thought I could just flatten out all the sides, like I typically do when I make like cubes and stuff. But that didn't work, so I ended up having to cut it a bunch of times with a razor to really give it that effect. I also assumed that the arms and legs would be easy, but they ended up being so skinny that I had to use wire for extra support. But thankfully I did have a little bit of saving grace, cause the eyes ended up being pretty easy. So I think it's pretty obvious that the Ice Pikmin share a pretty similar design to the Rock Pikmin. And you can argue that it lacks originality, but I think it's pretty cool. I think the implication is that some types of Pikmin are more closely related to each other than other types. And in a way, I think it's more interesting, as opposed to like all the new Pikmin types being completely unique. I don't know, I think it's fun to see a little bit of that family resemblance. We also learned about their ability to freeze bodies of water into solid ice so you could walk on it. A pretty creative concept, right? Well, I hate to break it to you, Nintendo, but Battle for Bikini Bottom did it first. No shade, just saying. And now we're getting ready for one of my favorite details. And that's to create this kind of white glow or white sheen on the Ice Pikmin. And to do that, we're just gonna be blotting on some white makeup. And for those of you who don't know, makeup is easily the best, and most masculine, way to create gradients and hues on clay. I'm also adding a touch of gradient to the leaf just to give it that little extra flair. Anyway, now our Ice Pikmin is ready to bake in the oven. And there's several bad jokes I could make about that, and I'm gonna make them all. Hope he doesn't melt in there. That would be a real slip up. It might break the ice. Shouldn't he go in the freezer? What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Okay, that last one was just a Batman and Robin quote. Anyway, there it is, the finished Ice Pikmin in all its glory. And now, with my Aldi 4-cheese calzone in hand, I replay the previous Pikmin games as we patiently await for what's to come this July. That's all for now. Peace.